Have you ever heard about the boy who cried wolf? Let's delve into this intriguing tale. Picture this: a cozy family nestled near the edges of a vast forest. Their evenings are spent huddled around a crackling campfire, roasting marshmallows and sharing stories under the starlit sky. Among them is a young boy, not just any boy, mind you, but a cowboy in the making. His daily duty? To safeguard the family's flock of sheep from the lurking wolves in the forest. This young cowboy, full of spirit and curiosity, is entrusted with a responsibility that's no child's play. He's the watchful guardian, the first line of defense against the cunning wolves. His task is to keep his eyes peeled for any sign of danger and alert the family at the first sight of a wolf. But what happens when the boy decides to play a prank? Well, that's where our story truly begins. The boy had a mischievous idea one day. A playful glint sparkled in his eyes as he thought of a prank to play on his family and the villagers. His heart raced with anticipation of the chaos that would ensue. Picture this: a quiet day, the sun shining brightly, when suddenly a cry echoes through the air. "Wolf!" The boy's voice, filled with feigned terror, piercing the calm. The family, enjoying their marshmallows by the campfire, jump up in alarm. The villagers, their hearts pounding in their chests, drop everything to rush to the boy's aid. As they reach the edge of the forest, their eyes wide with fear, they find nothing, no wolf, just the boy, trying to stifle his laughter. The relief that washes over the crowd is palpable, their tension dissipating into thin air. They shake their heads, a mix of annoyance and amusement on their faces. But what if the boy cried wolf again? The boy, finding amusement in his prank, cried wolf again and again. It became his favorite pastime, his laughter echoing through the woods each time the villagers scrambled to his aid. His pranks, however, were not without consequence. With each false alarm, the frustration of the family and villagers deepened, their trust in the young cowboy dwindling. Meanwhile, the forest, once a place of beauty and serenity, began to hold an ominous air. Unbeknownst to the boy, a real danger was lurking in the shadows, a danger that his pranks had been obscuring. A wolf, lured by the scent of the marshmallows and the boy's laughter, was inching its way closer to the campfire. The boy, noticing the wolf, cried out in warning, but his previous pranks had left him with a tarnished reputation. The villagers, tired of his games, ignored his cries. Would anyone come to the boy's aid now? When the boy really needed help, he found himself alone. The wolf, no longer a figment of the boy's imagination, was now a very real threat. As the boy cried out for help, his voice echoed through the trees, but there was no urgency in his family's response. They had heard these cries before. They had rushed to his aid, only to find laughter instead of danger. This time there was no laughter, only the chilling silence that followed the boy's desperate pleas. The boy was left to face the wolf alone, his pranks having cost him the trust of those he relied on. His regret was as heavy as the loss that the family suffered. They had lost their sheep, their livelihood, but more importantly, they had lost faith in their boy. The boy had cried wolf once too many times, and in doing so, had learnt a harsh lesson in trust and honesty. So what can we learn from the story of the boy who cried wolf? People who lie won't be trusted, even when they tell the truth. When you always scream for urgency, no one will believe you when urgency really strikes. So be honest, don't tell lies. Mean what you say and say what you mean, and only scream for urgency when there actually is an urgency.